Put the most extraordinary thing of your video as close to the start as possible to prove that your video is special before anyone even thinks to click off. Here, check out this classic MrBeast intro.
Would you risk Birdie Live for $500,000?
Yes, let's do it, man.
Okay, good luck, man. You're braver than me.
What's happening in this intro is the definition of extraordinary. Most creators save the best thing of their video for last, saying in their intro, watch to the end to see X, and then only like 20% of viewers actually make it to the end. But tell me, what's a better hook? A promise that your video is special, or proof that your video is special? You see, you always want to grab attention with the most attention-grabbing thing you can offer to prove that your video is worth people's time. Now, there's 17 more tactics to get your audience to watch your videos to the end. If you've been wondering what it's going to take to get your next video to finally take off, then you need to know all of these, or else your audience retention is going to suck. You see, the best creators have mastered all of these tactics, and in the next 15 minutes or so, you're going to know them all too. Number 2, have infectious enthusiasm. Pay really close attention to how this creator, Vsauce, speaks in his videos.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. A single piece of refined flour is, on average, just 82.67 microns wide. That means a 5-pound bag of—
The raw enthusiasm of the creator convinces you that the creator must have something genuinely special to share. So you're curious and you're excited to hear it. And even if you're a creator that no one's heard of before, enthusiasm causes a ton of trust.
How to make pickled Pepsi at home.
Guess how many views that video has? It has 8 million views. And that's largely because the creator's enthusiasm convinces people that he must have something worth sharing. By the way, I'm not expecting you to somehow remember each and every one of these tactics and then somehow apply all of them perfectly to your next video. So what I made is an infographic that you can print out, and then it's just got the summary of each of these tactics. And then I've also put together some advice on there for how to study these further. And then once you get to work on your video, how to apply them accurately. So I put a link to how to get that in the pinned comment or first link in the description. Anyway, on to the next tactic. Number 3, never let the viewer feel like they know enough about a subject. I'm going to use an example from one of my videos. So I want you to see how before I begin explaining something, I first tell the viewer what they're missing by not knowing it. Look at this timeline. We've been talking about all these ways to make the video visually addicting to watch, but we've been leaving out the other half of the video. There is a whole nother sense for your viewer to experience the video in. You see, audience retention can really be broken down into just one sentence. Maintain constant clarity in the viewer's mind as to what they'll miss out on if they stop watching. To drive this home, here's one more example. You can pause and read it if you want to, but what I'm focused on is the cadence at which Vsauce is sharing a fun fact, then asking a question, then sharing the next fun fact. Because he keeps asking you these really thought-provoking questions, you never feel like you know enough about the subject. Number 4, introduce an antagonist to the story to create a constant threat of failure and ongoing dramatic conflict. Now, Dream's Minecraft manhunts are the absolute perfect example of this.
This video, I try and speedrun and beat Minecraft while 2 of my friends try and stop me. Last video, I beat one hunter, easily. Now, I move on to phase 2.
By trying to reach a goal, beating Minecraft, while people are hunting you down to try and stop you, so many boxes of entertainment are checked off. There's an underdog to root for, the thrill of competition, a series of imposing challenges to get the audience worried, only for the protagonist to creatively conquer them in novel, awesome ways. You see, I can't wait to do an analysis of a full Dream Minecraft manhunt video. So go ahead and subscribe if you're excited to see that as well. Number 5, make the parts of the story that lack conflict go by as quickly as possible. Here's Mark Rober doing this in a video of him building a maze for squirrels.
After a year of ruminating on how to avenge that L with a majorly improved version, and then 2 months of planning, my buddy John and I got together for a 20-second build montage.
Now, even though a very significant duration of the story was that planning and building phase of the backyard maze, Mark Rober summarized all of that into just 30 seconds. So that way the video could get to the exciting part as soon as possible. Now, this next tactic is honestly pretty hard to spot. So I want to first show you the example just so you can see how hidden in plain sight it is. So watch this really closely and tell me what specifically is smart about the question that Marcus asks at the start of this video's intro.
All right, so you've seen the unboxing. Now it's time for the breakdown. What is using the Apple Vision Pro actually like?
Marcus begins the video by asking the question that's on everyone's minds. You see, later in the intro, he lists the fascinating facts about the Apple Vision Pro, as well as promising there's both details that are absolutely incredible and also some bad stuff. And all of that is just to get us more interested in the Vision Pro. But to begin the discussion, he asked the most broadly appealing question.
What is using the Apple Vision Pro actually like?
Number 7, bring up a common pain point before solving it with a lesson. Check out how in this intro, Johnny Harris says to you, "I understand your problem."
How to buy the best maps in 2025. You're doing it wrong. You're still using this to navigate life. Embarrass it.
I'm so bored right now, and I truly hate the way it feels. You're probably bored too. You clicked on this video trying to feel less bored, and all you've got is a guy scrolling on his phone alone in a room. Here, let me see if I can help with that. Is this better? Good. It's not just you and me, it's everyone.
Now you can do this whether it's the intro or later in the video. You want to look for those common problems that people have and then prove that you understand them. This causes as many people as possible to care as much as possible about what you have to say, which is exactly what you want. So do this throughout your video as well as just in the intro, just whenever you see an opportunity to do it. Number 8, introduce a time limit to cause urgency and a threat of failure, which makes things much more thrilling and dramatic. Mr. Beast does this all the time because it's just so powerful. Here's an example of a time limit.
What do you think we're about to do?
Blow up this money if I don't get something accomplished here in a fast amount of time.
Correct. Basically. You will have exactly 5 minutes to throw this grappling hook and drag as many bags of money as you can back onto the bed of this truck. When that 5-minute timer hits 0, that meteor, which will be on fire, is going to crash into this room full of fireworks with your money.
Adding a time limit is one of the easiest ways to turn some boring video of you just doing something into some thrilling challenge for you to defeat. Number 9, develop a mystery to cause curiosity. In a video that Ryan Trahan made about exploring a cruise ship, at around 3 minutes 45 seconds, he introduces this mysterious room, but he doesn't show us what it is. Check this out.
And on my way to it, I stumbled across something weird. What room is that? Why are there giant paw prints? Is there a dog in there?
And then look, he brings it up again 6 minutes later. This gives the viewers something to wonder about, so if they left your video early, they'd have unanswered questions. And look, here's how you can use this tactic in your intros to create highly captivating hooks. Look at how Mark Rober introduces a mystery at the start of his video.
I texted this clip to my wife, who wanted proof I wasn't doing anything stupid on a recent trip to the Bahamas. Now, if you're wondering what my feet are doing in shark-infested waters with a bucket of blood...
Yeah, those are literally the most intriguing, exceptional details he possibly could have brought up, and he did that right at the start of the video. Number 10, share the stakes of something to increase the drama. Check this out.
But first, why are you trying so hard to land in the fire and add an extra $50,000 to your prize pool?
My dad's health has been an up and down roller coaster from some cancer to health stuff. This is something that I can use to really invest into giving them a good retirement and helping with their health.
Mr. Beast not only puts hundreds of thousands of dollars at stake, but tends to ask his contestants to share why it's important for them specifically to win. This makes the audience actually care about what happens. But now, you don't need to put a bunch of money on the line to have stakes in your video. Look at how Ryan adds stakes to this video.
I bet you can't last a few hours in one of these.
Okay. He might be right, but I'm too insecure to accept that. So I bet him that I could. And whoever loses the bet has to paint themselves green and say in front of all of you,
What are you doing in my swamp on camera?
Number 11. If things ever get stale, just introduce a new challenge to beat. On that same video of Ryan exploring a cruise ship, he does this at 8 minutes and 45 seconds.
Today might have been the best day ever. I made 3 new friends, Lily, Aaron, and Lori. It's very likely that none of them know each other, which makes me the nucleus of our little community. If I can take this nucleus of myself and build up enough of a community on this cruise ship, I can throw the coolest party of all time.
In addition to exploring an awesome cruise ship, there's now a somewhat challenging objective, giving the audience more to look forward to, and also something that could fail. Number 12. Pay attention to the natural variations in tone within the underlying content of your video, and then enhance those emotions through editing choices such as the music choice, clip duration, and sound design. Here, the music choice in this dream video was excellent. Check it out.
Wait, what?
George, where are you? George, where are you? Why are you useless? Like, I actually hate people.
But this is not just a strategy for storytellers. Look how Vsauce does this in a video that's just about explaining stuff.
But out of all of these people, out of everyone who has ever existed, this is how many you will ever meet. You are a stranger to your own species. This is a video about how you will be forgotten.
In both of these examples, the creator switched which music track was playing so that at all times the music was perfectly representing the mood of that moment. Number 13, have something to look forward to and maintain clear progression towards it. Look how Ryan does this in his video about exploring a cruise ship.
Where I boarded and made my way to the cheapest room on this entire boat. Whoa! So this is the economy room on this cruise ship, which is crazy.
Ryan begins the video with the lamest part of the cruise and explores progressively more awesome rooms. Now you could also do a top 10 or make the challenge increase in difficulty like in Mr. Beast's Last to Leave the Circle videos, or in general just have a clear goal that the video is working towards. Number 14, share what might go wrong to cause dramatic suspense and curiosity. Check out how Mr. Beast does this.
Pull the pin!
Oh,
Oh,
oh good, he missed! We are close.
he landed in between the yellow circle and the ring of fire. Meaning, if that was you, the video would be over and you would have gotten nothing.
Yeah.
Jimmy steps in to clarify what might go wrong and also the stakes. And then here's another example at 10 minutes 41.
Those are real fireworks, they're not a prop. And when that meteor falls, the explosion's gonna be insane. I'm kinda scared.
And here's an example of Ryan Trahan doing this.
Sailing weather.
Love to hear that. The Icelandic Ocean is literally freezing, and I also can't swim, so they give us this life vest that gives you
1 hour to live in the winter time. Icelandic coast.
So you always want to tell the viewer what would happen if things failed, and tell them all the reasons that things could fail. This maximizes the uncertainty and fear of the audience, getting your viewers on the tips of their seats. Number 15, maintain perfect clarity for what's happening so the audience always stays immersed rather than sometimes getting confused. For example, in Ryan Trahan's video about sensory deprivation, he steps in to add some extra context. Check it out.
The duck woke me up and now it's time to turn off the lights.
No way.
Turning off the lights added a completely new element to this that I genuinely didn't expect to be that dramatic, but it was.
Notice how he added a voiceover to clarify where we are at in the story and spark up some curiosity at the same time. And now, what other retention tactic was in that clip that we were just talking about like a minute ago? He's progressively eliminating more senses. So the video is constantly getting more interesting. Number 16. Introduce competition to cause drama, curiosity, and excitement. Mr. Beast often uses this because competition between people or sports teams or anything is just fundamentally entertaining.
Oh, he almost got out on the first one. Okay, they're off. So far, no one is out. We are going until only one remains. This is gonna get us one step closer to the Final Four.
You can easily add a competitive element to just about anything. Look how Joshua Weissman made food compete with food.
So today we're going to make, taste, and rank the most popular breakfast in every single state in America.
In both examples, you're curious who or what wins, and there's a dramatic conflict to drive the scenes forward. Number 17. Highlight something counterintuitive or surprising to cause curiosity. Here's Vsauce doing this in one of his intros.
But it made me think, we can send satellites into orbit and people to the moon and predict solar eclipses thousands of years into the future, but yet we cannot reliably predict which way the wind will be blowing in the next hour or so.
As a creator, it's your job to seek out these counterintuitive, surprising, and unexpected things. Why? Because those things always warrant an explanation. Content is much like a conversation with a viewer, and the best conversation starters are the ones that get people curious. Number 18. Create a highlight reel of the best moments of the story or the best information that you have to share. This one unfortunately can't be shown in a short clip, but this video was an excellent example.
Before launching myself off the top rope at WrestleMania and securing the first win of my career, you might have seen the card I was wearing around my neck.
The story itself spanned months and multiple countries, yet was neatly packaged in a 9-minute emotional roller coaster ride. But it doesn't take a big budget to go viral. Look at how I Did a Thing got even more views than Logan by just creating a wooden spoon. He also turned a big project with setbacks and victories and funny moments into a 9-minute emotional roller coaster ride. And which tactics can you already see present in this video before you even watch it? Pause the video right now and count them up. So first, there's a goal to beat a challenge for the video to maintain that constant, clear progression towards. And also the challenge is something unexpected. It creates the question, is this even possible? This video didn't take a big budget at all. It was just about finding clever ideas to apply the retention tactics that got it to 13 million views. And so I hope these tactics helped out a lot. And then if you want some more help getting them, just remembering all of them and being able to apply them to your videos, then I made that infographic for you. You can sign up to my email list for free and then get that graphic. And then I'm starting a newsletter for just some more advanced advice and stuff for growing your channel. So if you want some more free tips, then sign up for that. And then I need your help for just knowing what you want help learning. So if you sign up to the newsletter, then you can just reply to the emails I send to you and ask for more stuff that you want to learn about. And then I can be much more consistent with giving lessons over email. So sign up for that. And then if you haven't seen the clickbait version of this video where I talk about the click-through rate tactics, then go ahead and click here and you can see all, I think there's 25 or 26 clickbait tactics. So go check that out.